Here's an update about what has occurred since last time we spoke. Everybody who was in line outside at the 10 o'clock briefing is now inside, and they're being screened. So as any more individuals with a ticket that arrive, they're going right inside the convention center. We do have about 1,000 protesters from throughout our city, and we are with those groups, and it's very peaceful. We have made no arrests. And the other thing is, you probably noticed that we have shut down Harbor Drive now between First and Park, and the reason why we did that was for safety of the pedestrians that were crossing the roadway. And that's the update. Chief Stoll?
As I mentioned this morning, all of the fire and EMS units are in place with our number one objective to provide public safety for all the attendees and civilians there. We've had two minor incidents inside the perimeter around the convention center that have been mitigated. And other than that, we are all in place and ready for this afternoon.
Questions?
Can you elaborate on what those incidents were?
One was a rubbish fire out back of the convention center, and the other one was investigating a suspicious package, which turned out to be no harm at all, or no risk at all.
Did it look like the rubbish fire was intentional?
You know what? I did not get that information. It was relatively minor, and the one fire engine took care of it very quickly.
I'm sorry, Chief. Would you please explain us this buffer zone that you have built, how big it is, what is the intention?
Yeah, thanks for that. What we have the free speech zones, and the intent of that is we had said before, is that you need a ticket to get into the convention center. And so we wanted to make sure that there was a area that was close by the convention center for those that want to peacefully and safely exercise their First Amendment rights. We've been looking at other cities. We have seen disruptions for those that didn't want to listen to the views of others. So these are zones that will be very safe, and also they can get the information that they want to their intended audience out there. So that was the reason for that.
If you let me follow up, by any chance do you have any intelligence of possible infiltration of groups and things like that, of people that will try to provoke something among those who come peacefully to protest?
Well, we watched and saw what happened in other cities. We're watching closely what is happening in Fresno right now, and we are prepared for, with our contingency plans, to be able to respond to any situation that may arise.
I heard that you're trying to keep like one side kind of a pro side and a con side. How do you control that?
Right. Well, you know, what we're talking about, the goal is to provide a safe environment for everyone. And so we know that our community stands with us. We have spoken with many of those protest groups, and their intent is to protest peacefully. Again, that's our emphasis is on peacefully. And so if someone wants to, someone intentionally goes to the other area in order to, cause harm, illegal acts, we're going to act very swiftly, very decisively.
Is there, like, say somebody had an anti-Trump shirt going into the pro-Trump side, is that something you would stop them, or how you would kind of enforce it?
Yeah, the whole goal of this is so everybody has a right to express themselves. If someone goes to intentionally cause issues, wherever that situation might be, in the zone or anywhere within our city, we're going to act very swiftly, very decisively.
Is that to say you might let them in, even if they had a shirt that might suggest they're on the other side as long as it doesn't cause trouble?
Well, if you have a differing view, depending on what is out there, what is being said, what kind of sign, if you have some type of message on your clothing and that is going to cause a disruption, it is intentional to cause issues that are going on in there, then we're not going to allow that to happen.
And is there a legal line you have to follow, or kind of, where you don't want to risk being accused of violating someone's rights to go to one side or the other?
The safety of our public is paramount. The safety of our public. There's always a balancing act, but the whole goal is to provide a safe environment for everyone.
You think you're within the law to keep someone with a different
The
view?
whole goal is to provide a safe environment for everyone.
Yeah, I'm just asking, you think you're within the law constitutionally from keeping someone from one side or the other?
Public safety is a shared responsibility. There is a balancing act, and we're going to make sure that it's a safe environment for everybody.
In addition, I noticed, Chief, that there are mediators who are out there. They're wearing mediator vests. Can you talk a little bit about their role as well?
Yeah, and we have used mediators before, and several of them have come out there because, as we talked about in our community policing philosophy, is that we want to make sure that the whole area is safe for everyone. And so you do have mediators that are out there to help keep the peace, to help calm the emotions of individuals that are out there. And that's the whole goal of all of us that are out there. And so that's why we say it for those few that are coming to cause issues, to acts of violence, to cause harm for others. You've heard me say this many times now. We're going to act very swiftly, very decisively to keep the peace.
Logistically, this has been, something that obviously, you've had to prepare for a little bit. Can you talk to us a little bit about dealing with the other agencies, how many other agencies, kind of what had to go into this?
Yeah, very much so.
Quite a big plan.
Yeah, as we talked about our public safety partners, not just law enforcement, but fire department and others, and we're talking state, local, federal, which includes the Secret Service. We're talking the Sheriff's Department, Chula Vista, Harbor, MTS. There are many different agencies here. One thing that I tell you, I think we set the national model for collaboration, cooperation here in San Diego County for all of our agencies, and so everybody is playing a huge role in this today to make sure that it's safe.
Chief, I know 20,000 tickets were issued online. How many people are you expecting down here this evening?
We expect many thousands to be down here this evening. Not just inside but outside, and so we have you've already seen a very significant presence of police personnel in uniform, but also we have plainclothes personnel, and again, just to make sure that we could maintain the peace.
Can you elaborate a little bit on the plans that you were just talking about, how the city is prepared if things do get out of hand?
We have, I would tell you is that we're very confident with the contingency plans that we have, is that if anyone chooses to commit illegal acts, do harm to others, commit violent acts, when I say we're going to act very swiftly, very decisively, if someone chooses to do that, they should expect to be arrested.
Have you spoken to the agencies in other cities like Orange County or Albuquerque, how they've handled the rallies there?
We have watched what has happened. Not only have we watched what's happened in other cities, but we had a team that was up in Anaheim. Earlier this morning, I was on the phone with Chief Jerry Dreyer in Fresno, and so we were talking about plans that worked well, things that may have gone better. We were sharing some of the information that we have and some of our plans, contingency plans, to make sure that things go smoothly here.
Can you talk about some of the things maybe you've done differently based on what you learned from some of those others?
Yeah, the whole goal is to make sure that we're able to provide a safe environment, but to make sure that if something does happen, that we're able to address that situation very quickly.
Is there anything specific?
Not going to get into specifics of our plans. I know you want us to, but for obvious reasons, we're not going to give up what our plans are to how we're going to do this specifically.
Chief, can you explain the thought process behind closing Harbor Boulevard?
Yeah, what I just said is that the reason why we did that between Park and First is for the safety of the pedestrians. There were a lot of people that were crossing the street, a lot of vehicle traffic, and so in those during that particular area of Harbor Drive, that's why we closed it.
Are there other street closings?
Nothing right now, but at any time we may do other street closures depending on what the situation is.
And what about the rail line?
The rail line, you're talking about the trolley? Now this, you've been seeing that the trolley has been going back and forth. If we need to modify that, we won't hesitate to do that. We work very closely with MTS.
Chief, let me ask you this. In comparison to the other places that we have seen, like New Mexico and Anaheim this week, does the location of this convention center provide you with an advantage for the control of the crowd?
Yeah, I would tell you is that we've handled many large events in San Diego before. In our earlier briefing, we spoke about, you take the 4th of July holiday at the beach, where we can manage, millions of people over that holiday weekend. We've had, have Comic-Con here, we've had the RNC here, we've had Super Bowl here. So whenever you have a high-profile event where you expect thousands of individuals, you're going to plan accordingly. Well, as you saw the two different, are you talking about those that are going into, we've given information as to what the best route is to take over that way, but some are still going that way, through that area. But I would tell you is that, it's been loud, people are expressing themselves, but it's been very peaceful.
So there are routes in there where they don't have to go.
There are different routes that people can take, but some choose to go that way. We make a suggestion that you may want to take an alternate route. But as you've seen, there's quite a few people that are out there. They're holding signs. They're loud. They're expressing themselves. But you know, no issues, as long as it's done peacefully, and we keep saying the emphasis is on peacefully, you know, everything is going well. All right, thank you very much, appreciate that.
Just let me ask you one thing.